Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Dairoku. It has been a hot fucking minute for me because I was moving, you know this by now. I'm finally I was moving and I had to finish and do another route for our other game, so now it's been goddamn fucking forever. But anyway, so I forgot everything, but also I learned a new fun fact. Oh, actually, thank you to whoever told me that the reason why the text is so freaking slow is because it's the sync setting in the options. Thank you. I was like, I'm gonna forget that, but I remembered today when I was looking for something else, and I found a little guide that mentioned that, and I went, oh, right, yes, one of you told me about that. So we fixed that, so hopefully that'll be better. But also, I was not aware that there are Shiratsky's thoughts, and each one of your love interests has little thought things. It's their little point of view perspective in the routes. Because, okay, look, I always use Otome Kitten's guides when we play these games, but I'm gonna give her a big fat fucking F on this one, okay? Because she does mention in the very beginning you have bachelor perspectives where and for Shiratsky they're in chapter 5. You can see they're on the screen right now. You have to read them to achieve 100% completion. Okay. I probably saw that, but I wasn't thinking as we're reading through the guide, and whatever, fine. So when I opened, because we're supposed to start Hira's route today, and I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? Huh, did we read I don't remember doing that for Shiratsky. So I looked back, and I was like, okay, but she tells you fucking nowhere how the fuck to access these. So I'm like, I pop open the flowchart, I'm trying to do it, and I can't select it. You can see it's kind of flashing now because I figured out a way to do it. But I'm like, I can't select this. So I'm like, oh, maybe you go through and there's and I'm skipping through and then passes them, and I don't know. Okay, what the fuck? I don't know how to do this. And nowhere does she tell you how to fucking do this. Listen, if you're doing a guide, you need to tell me how to fucking hold my hand because I'm an idiot. So big fat F there. Normally A plus for the guides, but a big fat fucking F on this one because I had to Google and I'm searching bachelor perspectives. How the fuck do I read these, right, for this game? And no one's telling me. And I'm like, I must be a complete moron that everybody knows how to do this. So I searched for other walkthroughs, finally found one walkthrough that was like, oh, well, you're in the middle of the route, you go to the flowchart and then you can select it. And it's like, okay, because I went to the flowchart from the main menu, you could not select these. You have to be in the route. But I'm like, if you don't know they're there, you're not going to know to go into the flowchart and go do these. You know what I mean? So, like, I kind of give the game a C minus on this because it's kind of stupid of the game to have these where they don't like pop off separately and do this. It's like you've got to know, oh, wait, we're in chapter 5. Let me go back, let me read it, and then it'll pop me right back into the flowchart. Like, why would you? So it's kind of stupid, to be honest with you, the way they did this. Like, if you're gonna make them, either make them selectable, like in the secret files menu, where you can like click, oh, here's little points of view, and I get little side story things, or actually have them spin off. Don't make me like have to know because I'm not looking at the motherfucking flowchart half the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, hello, like, but like it's flashing now, and I'm like, okay, I can actually go there. So I didn't know these existed. Okay, now originally not knowing they existed is my own fault because they are in the guide and it does say it specifically in the notes. Like, you have to, the flowchart is only 100% after the game. There's 2 ways to unlock this one ending, blah blah blah, 2 different ways. And like, she did put that in the guide in Shinatsky's route, was like, go here and go here, and you're like, it's basically the same and there really doesn't change anything. But okay, right? So, but like nowhere. I mean, it does say you have here's where the bachelor perspectives are. You have to 100% them, and the only reason, but like I'm not gonna remember that when we're through the fucking game, and at the end it's not like here's how you access them. It's just you have to read them. But I don't. Okay. So anyway, here we are. Even though we're supposed to be starting Hiro's route and Shiratsky's route should be done, I didn't know these were here, and I'm not going to remember by the time we get to the end of the game to like, let's read all the side stories. So we'll just pretend this is part of Shiratsky's route, which obviously like has not, that last part, none of those has gone up, and I could edit it in there, but like I've already processed all the videos and everything that I did before I moved just to make sure everything was processed, backed up, ready to go. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So here we are. Anyway. Replaying. I don't think we read this. Did we? No, previously read. It's like reread this. We never read it. See, it's not skipping. Okay. Anyway, let's get our Sharansky voice on. Which should be easy, because I just did Alan's route in a Cupid Parasite, and they have the same voice. Oh, God, I thought I'd get a break. Anyway. I never thought I'd be a Shikigami again. Humans are fine, and in fact, it's rather fun being with humans. And then again, I am fully aware of their evil and conniving ways, and their foolish beings who fight amongst themselves. It seems as if my existence as Ninetales is something special to the humans, especially to those who seek power. I think it's really funny that you're bashing us for, like, oh my god, humans fight amongst themselves. I'm pretty fucking sure so are you, but, like, sure. Are you the pot or the kettle today? Yes, many humans are rotten to the core. I mean, that's not untrue right there, so. But she's the first, no doubt. And many begged me to become their Shikigami. Others tried to force me. And no matter the method, in the very end, those who sought me were in it for greed and power. I want to trust humans, but I cannot do that yet. Each time I trusted anyone, betrayal and despair followed. Oh, I forgot he was a sad little fox boy, wasn't he? Pat him on the head. Unlike her, none have ever approached me with a contract that was not laced with ulterior motives. Aside from my original master, of course. That old man found me as I spent my idle days by the river. He invited me ever so casually, no different from being invited to go out on a walk. He simply invited me out of kindness. And she's very much similar to him. Perhaps I can trust humans just once more. She may be worth my trust. And no, I want to trust her. But if you dare betray me, I know that you'll pay dearly, Spacey. God damn this game. You know what? Damn it, not getting the name right. Bastard! Okay, so they're like really short. But like, you know, you gotta know that they're there. It's like, that's the one that's flashing? Okay. Replaying? We didn't play it to begin with. To become a Shikigami once again was something I never imagined was possible. And the loss of my first master instilled fear within me. And there was nothing special between me and him. And we simply spent our days in comfort. A day spent that I adored very much. He would never wake me from my nap, and would never get angry over my pranks. I shouldn't be surprised, considering he lacked conflict and want for power. Sometimes he'd scold me, but even that was fun. Until that day arrived. It was years later that I finally realized that he didn't undo the contract to protect me. That old man protected me from the evils who sought power to banish even good Ayakashi, using exorcism and hunting as an excuse. There are ways to force an Ayakashi into a contract, but not if they're already bound by one. The only way to make me their Shikigami was to kill the old man. And yet, he protected me until the very end. This is so sad! I forgot how sad this whole bit was. He told me I was free to go where I pleased. Do you think I'd find a person similar to the old man who told me he would protect me? Maybe I was the old man in another life. Shikagamis are to protect their masters, hence it's quite unusual she's not using me. I suppose I'm quite lucky. She's young, fresh, kind, and strangely courageous. All qualities the old man possessed. Yeah, I'm totally the old man reincarnated. I'm just going with that. Well, she has an edge since she looks good. I can't help but laugh about my situation. I would have never expected this to come. To think the joy I felt back then has returned. Perhaps she may well betray me, just as the others had. It may very well happen, as she's human. Even then, I'd like to place my trust in her. I suppose whether I lose my master or not depends on me now. A time may have taken its toll on me in the long and peaceful days I've spent. I need to train myself so I'll be strong enough to protect her. Not bad, considering it's for her good. So there you go. Have fun with that. Okay. And I guess, well, because it says it pops you back into the route, but I guess if you're in the middle of the float, it said pops you back. Well, it said to the flow chart. Never mind. Okay. So we'll just have to read those after the fact. We'll go back to the title. We'll just have to read them after because I'm probably not going to remember as we're playing that there's one in chapter 4 and whatever. So we start a new game now. Use the same name. Yeah, not that it matters because you keep calling me Shino anyway. Because, you know. Non-human life forms. Okay, we're going to skip through all the previously read shit because we... And actually, does this one have the way to, like... I don't know if... Hold on a second. Ah! Stopped on my boy. Anyway, is it options? Let me see. Is there a skip mode? Man, is... Yeah, because it was the audio sync. I was like, I don't know what this is. So there you go. Button map. Skip messages backlog. Quick save. Quick load. No. No. Okay, never mind. No. I was just thinking maybe it would just skip. Like, if I didn't know if this one, because, like, I can never remember sometimes when we're playing games. And also, sometimes I find out after the fact, like, oh, this one has a button where you can, like, just skip to the next thing. This one does not have a... Well, okay, at least it doesn't show me in the thing. No, stop that. You don't do that. We can't watch the theme song. It's good, though. Right? No, because that's just normal. And that's just... Okay, yeah, no. All right, well, that's unfortunate. So we just got to do a lot of skipping. But we're used to that at this point. I've gotten spoiled with some games where they have, like, skip to next choice or skip to unread next segment. And you're like, yeah, okay. We don't have to skip through an entire freaking common route that is longer than the love interest route. By the way, this is going to be like an hour-long part, probably. I mean, each part's an hour long. But I meant, like, his whole route's going to be like... Go to Makatsui. But we got to do the apprehension thing. All right, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it as long as you do it right, so. Goddamn. Yeah, I guess. Do I want to? It's so much easier if I could touch it. Because I don't know the difference between up and down when I'm doing this and I'm trying to, like, do this and, like... Where's the Y button? X is on it. I know which one's up and down and left and right, but yet when I'm trying to do this, it's like, wait. I'm pretty sure you get superb as long as you do it right, no matter how long it takes you. Which is good. Because it'd be so much easier if you were like, having to just draw a star. Which I'm assuming, because it's on a Switch, that if you were not doing it on a TV like I am, and you were just playing it yourself, you'd be able to use the screen and touch it, and, you know. I think it's kind of funny, though, so I wonder, like, who copied who? Because, or is this just, like, a common thing with Ayakashi, I'm using air quotes around that, games? Because Ayakashi Romance Reborn also has, like, the making a star pattern thing. And so is that, like, a thing in mythology? Or, like, lore? Is, like, in Ayakashi lore, is that, like, a thing? Or is it, like, one of these games and the other one were like, we should just do the same thing, and they did the same. I'm just asking. Because, I mean, obviously I know, like, you know, Kitsune, Tengu, those are, like, mythological? Is it mythology? I don't know. But, like, you know what I mean. So there's lore and everything about them. So I'm not like, oh, they copied and have the same freaking thing. No, I get that. But I mean, like, it's the, like, oh, we're going to use spells and I have to draw a star pattern. Is that, like, a common thing? Or is that something that games copied off each other? Because it's just, like, I don't know. It's funny. Anyway. We're gonna be here forever. Yes, we are. But I'm glad to have my... Oh, yay, our girlfriend does. My setup set up. I'm starting to put my stuff away. Like, it's weird because I gotta find different places for things. I'm like, this is where this was, but it can't go there now because that doesn't exist. Like my freaking giant bookshelf that got thrown down the stairs. We go to Makatsui and we see Akuro. Yes. And then we ask, why is this place like a maze? Oh, right. Bro, dude. Who is what's his face? I can't remember names right now. Oh, we'll get there. He's only important in Akuro's route. Why is this place like a maze? This is the getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. I'm so sorry. I did not have anything to drink before. I do not know what is wrong with me, but apparently I did some crack. I don't know. Like, hi. No, I'm mad at you. No, you don't scream like that. Now I'm really mad at you. No. I want to know more about Hira. I'd really like it if I could get to know Hira a little more, Takao. I forgot Takao's voice. I really did. I know he gets angry, but like anyway, he's as lazy as they come. If you come frequently enough, it'll wear him down and he'll be too lazy to ignore you. What? Really? Yep. He'll usually accept people who approach him, but he won't chase them. Don't ask me. Try it out for yourself. I will. Why do I feel like he just dodged me? Oh well, it's nice to have a little more guidance on how to get a little closer to Hira now. I've just got to be more proactive. I'm not going to give up so easily next time. I'll make sure he talks to me. Yeah, I will, and I'll make him fall in love with me. I had Takao continue to show me around and vowed to myself in secret that I'd make it happen. Fuck yeah, I will. We go to Kikutsune, talk to Shiratsuki. I miss you, Shiratsuki, but you know what? Taking a break and playing a different game and also moving for a couple of weeks. Cause like, I don't know when I finished. I think I finished right before, and then it's been like 3 weeks since I played this game, so. They must be friends, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. I was like, they must be friends or something. I guess he must have been jealous seeing him be friendly with me. You took that with optimism. Either you're kind or you're just a fool. Did you say something? Oh, nothing at all. You're such an interesting girl, aren't you? Thank you? I felt like he played me off, but I think it's best I leave it as it is for now. Nakakuni. Nope, not you! Then we go to Samey. We have to get to know each one of them once so the game knows whose route we're going down. It's like, talk to him. And the way to get to Shu's heart is not talk to him. That's the way to get to mine, by the way. Oh my god. So like, okay, so we go here, because we're skipping, so we'll share our lovely, we get to go back to work next week. It's been like a month that we've been back to work probably at this point by the time this part goes up. No, not really. Almost, well, about 3 weeks probably. I'm ahead. Shockingly somehow managed to stay ahead, despite the fact that I was like, oh, this is gonna be hard with moving and shit, but nope. Observe. So, yeah, we've been having these, like, how to go back to work. And I was like, I hate this. I don't want to do it. I'm not an extrovert. I don't want to go back to work. And then they're like, block your calendar. Don't do anything, you know, for, like, the day. Because you're going to be, like, figuring shit out. It's going to be, like, first day back to school. Like, it's kind of like you're starting your first day as freshman in high school. Because you're, like, going back, like, even though, you know, this is the building. I'm going back to a new building because they got rid of one of ours and they moved us. So it's, like, a whole new desk and everything. But it's, like, you know everyone that you're going back to school with, but it's a different school and everything's weird and you have no idea how to find your locker. But it's been, like, it's like that, but it's been 2 fucking years instead of a couple of months. But it's more like going from 8th grade to, like, 9th grade and, like, going to a whole new school. We want to go to Hira. Well, I'm assuming this is new now. But anyway. But So it's like fucking weird. And then they're like, you know what? Just take some time, block your calendar, talk to people, ask them what they've been doing. And I'm like, are you trying to fucking kill me? That is the one thing I don't want to do. I don't care what you did on your 2-year summer vacation. I just want you to leave me alone. Because I have been bitching for like 2 years about the idea of going back. Every time they're like, we're going to go back. I'm like, please, God, no. And then they push it back. I'm like, thank God. Because I am an introvert. I do not like talking to people. This is different. I'm talking to myself, okay? Like, you're looking at it after the fact, but I just talk, put it out there, and then I forget. So, like, and I can be extroverted. I can force myself to do it. I have to do it in order to function in society, but I'd prefer not to fucking have to do it. I only have to do it 3 days a week, but it's still obnoxious. But it's just so annoying. I'm like, it'll be so great to be back in the office and you can, like, talk to people and then you just sit at people's desks. Oh, God, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Get away from me. Oh, dear God, don't. No. And then it's like, well, if there are people who are just don't want to go into meetings because they're uncomfortable, you have to have, like, you know, virtual options. Well, first of all, half of your team doesn't even work in the same building anyway, so of course you have virtual options. Duh. But I'm like, wait. So if I don't want to go to an in-person meeting because it makes me uncomfortable, I can take it from the comfort of my desk where there are people within. If I stick my arms out on either side of me, I just smack them in the face. What the how stupid is that? First of all, the have virtual, like, options for the meetings is like, well, because half your team might not be in the same damn building. Duh, dumb fucks. And, like, you should be used to doing that by now. But it's the, in case people are uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable, but instead of going to a meeting room with the 6 people I work with, like, whatever, you're making me sit around a bunch of people I don't give a fuck for. We're going to try to talk to me about what I did in the last 2 years. I didn't do anything. I moved. Please stop talking to me. I don't care what your kids did. I don't care what your life was like. It's been the greatest thing ever that I didn't have to talk to people. And people at work actually like me. I don't understand it. Probably because I don't say this shit to their faces. I'm not like, I don't care. I hate you. There are people I like, but there are people that I really just don't. And I'm like, and the woman at work is like, oh, you're sitting by this person. Okay, I like her. You're sitting by this person. Fuck! Ah, the one person I don't want to be near. Ah, fuck my life. I hate everything about this. So, like, the next route, or, you know, sometime later in Hira's route, by the way, because, like, the way I'm recording this is, like, it's a couple days before I have to go back to work. I haven't gone back to work yet. So, you know, I'll record a couple parts, but by the end of his route, maybe, depending on how short it is and how much I get done in the next couple days, you'll be hearing me being like, I hate this, it was the worst experience ever. So, just be prepared. But now we get to read this anyway. I was on my round in Amatsuna. I arrived at Amawa Mansion to see Hira again. No, you stop it. No, because I am mad at you because you pooped on my couch and you know better. You do not get to sit down there and scream at me. No. Bad bird. You are bad. I'm going to put you in your cage and cover you up. You do not scream. You are a jerk. I'm not happy with you. I love him, but don't tell him. I told him I'm mad at him right now. I am mad at him. He pooped on my fucking couch and he knows better. And he knows I goddamn hate that screaming noise. But he doesn't want to fucking come up here. So, whatever. Fucking learn to live with it. You've got to be prepared because I'm going to work soon and you're going to be alone all fucking day in your cage. At least you're out. I should lock him in his cage when I come upstairs. He just sits there. He doesn't get into trouble down there. Anyway, I arrived in Amawa Mansion to see Hira again. He's as lazy as they come. If you come frequently enough, it'll wear him down and he'll be too lazy to ignore you. What? Really? Takao mentioned that to me, too. I came here today deciding for myself that I'd hang in there and talk with Hira a bit without giving up right away like I did before. I've got to try. Hello? Huh? I'm going to kick off the because it skips through the scenes like way too fast, even though it's not, this is nothing that we've read because this is where we're seeing Hira where we would have gone to see Shiratsky. So anyway. I showed myself into the reception room, but neither Takao nor Hira were there. They're both out? But I was able to get in, so there must be an Ayakashi left here at least. In that case, Takao and Hira would both probably be resting in their own rooms. I'm sure Takao will come out if I call for him. I knew it couldn't be helped that Hira wouldn't come out for me. But this actually might be a good chance. If I talk with Hira now that Takao isn't around, the chances of him replying should be higher. I'll just bust into his room. But he might not answer back to me because Takao isn't there. That's possible, but I'll hold my ground, just like I said I would. Ooh, that's pretty. Pumping myself up, I headed toward Hira's room without hesitation. Have there been any new changes for you or Amatsuna since the last time I was here? Hira's like, the fuck? Anything that's troubling you or things you'd like to see changed in a certain way? It's my job to help all the Ayakashi live their lives happily, so please, I'd like to hear the Shirei's candid feedback. No answer. I felt sad realizing that I was essentially talking to myself for so long, but I prepared to go in further with this strategy. I'm used to talking to myself, so maybe you'll talk to me if I keep trying. Or you keep talking and eventually he's just going to punch you. It'll be something. I came here to ask those questions, but it might be too much pressure to ask him for points of reform. I decided to change gears. That's right, I haven't seen Takao today. Is he out, or is he in his room? I don't know. See. This isn't much of a conversation. Hira's pretty talkative with Takao, so I thought he'd talk more if the conversation was about him. It seemed I was off the mark, and Hira couldn't be bothered. He hadn't even looked at me. I do like how every single one of the characters has, like, a bro buddy. You know what I mean? Like, they have buddies. It's not just, like, our boyfriendo. It's like, we have boyfriendo and we have side husband. So I kind of like this. Well, I came here on business with you, so it's fine if Takao isn't here as long as you are. It's very helpful for me to know where to find you right away. Hajun from Makatsui is always out, so it's a lot of trouble to find him. Also, with Shu from Mitsuchi, I've met him once, but I haven't seen him at all since then. Do you know where he lives? Nope. I see. If you see him, please let me know. Not yet knowing what his relationships were like, I tried bringing up Hajun and Shu to force our conversation to continue. It's totally clear that he thinks he needs to answer everything with, I don't know. I'm starting to run out of topics to talk about, but all I can do is keep talking to Hira until I find a topic that he'll respond to. Try food. That's right, you and Takao were in Kikutsune the other day, weren't you? Ugh. It seemed like you had some business, but... Just the... And then the look right now is like, seriously, will you stop? Oh, he's about to lose his shit and tells her to shut up. Hira, who up until then was just splayed out across the floor, moved one of his hands just a bit. Huh. A fallen leaf, which fell to the floor of Hira's room from somewhere, all of a sudden floated up and stuck right onto me over my mouth. He just muzzled us. You're loud. You're really too loud. It's like Hira knows me. He gets me. A Tengu ability! Although never in my dreams would I have thought one would be used to cover my mouth. Didn't you learn before that I don't do any work as a Shirei? If there's something you want to ask Takao. Sprawled out on the floor, Hira glances at me to show how much of a pain this was to him. As I caught his gaze, I tried my best to peel off the leaf stuck tightly over my mouth, but it didn't seem like it would budge. Although this is a good way to make me die, because I can't breathe through my nose, so I'd be suffocating right now, slowly. I can kind of breathe through my nose, but it would be very, very difficult, and I'd probably have a panic attack, because I'd be like... trying to, like, get tiny little breaths through my nose. It wouldn't be enough oxygen, and I'd just pass out. And then he'd kill me. I'd slowly suffocate to death. Don't panic. I made it so it'll come off eventually. Just get out of my room for now. I won't be able to take it off if you just continue talking like you were. Be persistent. Hang in there and not give up. I came here determined to do those things, but my confidence wavered from his resistance. Maybe he'll be even less willing to talk to me if I try and stay even further. What should I do? Kick him and then leave. Hang in there, retreat. Oh shit, wait, what? Oh, okay. You know what? I was like, wait, I was on the wrong thing. Okay. Hang in there. Ooh, green fire. Okay, so see, I noticed, like, later on in Shiratsuki's route that would pop up. but so that's how we know we got good points. Okay. Saying what he had to say, Hira closed his eyes, seeming to have lost any interest in me. If I were dealing with any other Ayakashi, I'm sure I would have given up by now, but... I bowed to Hira with my mouth still covered and left the room, or pretended to. I came out into the hallway and waited for Hira to spell to weaken until... Hira! I somehow managed to tear off the leaf and entered Hira's room again. You do that again and I will kick you! As I did, I made sure Koyo was by my side so I could deal with him covering my mouth if he tried to do so again. Hey, I told you to leave. What an obstinate woman you are. I'm sorry about that, but the reason why I'm talking so much at you from only my end is because you won't answer me. If you properly interacted with me, I'd leave without talking to you any more than necessary. What do you mean by properly interact? You humans are the only ones who want that. Doesn't matter to me, so I don't have to listen. I do understand your opinion, and I remember hearing of how you became Shirei not necessarily because you wanted to. However, as you are the Shirei, and I'm an Ayakashimori, it'd be problematic if we don't maintain a relationship at some level. You're the head of Amatsuna. If we don't maintain a good relationship, we won't be able to resolve any serious matters should they arise. I guess telling him that didn't work either. I let him know how I felt while still knowing that it put pressure on Hira, who had issues with his work as it is, and the response wasn't great. If that's the case, am I personally just someone who's difficult for you to talk with? Would you answer us if someone else made their patrols here? No answer here either. In that case, I had run out of cards to play, feeling uneasy as I tried to bear the continuing silence. And that's not true. You're not difficult to talk to. It's just that I don't want to talk. And not to you or anyone else. Hira, is that because we humans have done something that makes you not want to talk to any of us? No, not really. Wait, what? Thinking that I would hear some sort of story that would make me feel uncomfortable, Hira replies with a nonchalant look on his face. He's like, I just don't like talking. There are people like that in the world, you know, Spacey. Huh. Like me, I don't want to talk to other people. I will talk left and right to, like, nobody in particular, you guys. But, like, when I don't want to talk to people at work. Because it's different at work. You're like, yeah, okay, what did I do? I enjoyed the hell out of staying at home, playing with my birds, playing Atome games, just collecting... Oh, wait, you don't want to hear about that. Yeah, so this is why I don't want to talk to people at work. Because I don't have kids and soccer practice to talk about, and I don't want to hear about that shit because I don't like kids. So, you know, I mean, like, come on. Anyway. It's just a pain is all. Moving my mouth and using my voice and thinking about what to say is all a pain. Literally how I feel about talking to people at work. How I feel about talking here? Not at all. How I feel about talking to people at work? It's a pain. I see. That's a lot of trouble. Right? It is a lot of trouble. As Hira nodded, it may have been my imagination, but he seemed satisfied with our conversation. Hira? We're still in the middle of our talking. Ah, jeez. Because I agreed with Hira, he violently protruded this aura that said, now that you get it, we don't have to talk anymore. Hira, you have to stop. Things may be different in the world of Ayakashi, but in my world, you have to try somehow, even if it's a pain. Huh? The heck? Aren't you underestimating how serious it is to feel something is a pain? Huh? To do your best or to endure? All that's so much of a pain. It's... Hira... It seemed like Hira was completely tired of even trying to keep talking. But from Hira's perspective, it really might be something serious. I can't just tell him it's all fine since I'm not him. Hira? You just opened your eyes and looked at me, didn't you? Sleeping, fake sleeping. Now he's playing it off like he was asleep. I had the same thought the other day, but Hira's full of energy, more than he lets on. And actually, I really feel like he's a really fun Ayakashi to be around, if he just talked normally to you. I assumed it was just difficult for him to get over his feelings of everything being such a pain. He's just a little, like, moody, okay? Just then... Huh? Hira, in the middle of his feigned sleep, suddenly opened his eyes. Hey, Hira, did that Ayakashimori... Whoa! Hira moved at a blinding speed and ended up hiding behind Takao as he entered the room. I was gonna ask if that Ayakashimori came by, but this answers it. What's wrong with you now? Nothing. She's too annoying, so you deal with her now. After that remark, Hira leaves the room, once again with that incredible speed. Hira! Huh. Do you think that recluse would actually leave the mansion on his own? Really? I thought Hira had just left the room, but it seemed he left the whole of Amawa Mansion itself. Maybe I went too far. Well, worrying I had done too much. Not bad. Takao had an unusually big grin on his face and petted my shoulder, restoring my confidence. Patted my shoulder, not petted. It's an A. Spacey. I was right. I guess this means I really do need to be this aggressive with Hira. I still couldn't feel completely confident that this was the right answer, but I did feel it was worth trying to continue with this strategy. With that small boost of confidence, I ended my second visit to Amawa Mansion. Map select! We go see Hira again. Yes. Boop! It was another day on my patrol. I wonder if Hira's here today. I had come to Amawa Mansion again to see Hira, and today it was not just to check in, but to discuss some specific business with Hira. A few documents that all the Shires need to look over and fill out. I don't think Takao can take his place for these. In any case, I'll try and hang in there today too and talk to Hira. I entered into the mansion with determination. Oh. Azuki Arai? Azuki Arai? Anyway, okay. I was like reading it. Oh no! Hey, old man Azuki Arai! Is Azuki Arai? Yeah, anyway. You're dropping your Azuki everywhere as you're walking! Oh! What's that? Alright, it's all cleaned up. Hey! Tsuchigumo, okay. Tsuchigumo, I told you to hide that flower vase somewhere. There's no point if you just hide it in the room. But it's hidden, right? Why is this lot always here when they're away? Just makes more work than needed. Things look a bit hectic here. Not seeing Hira or Takao anywhere, it seemed like the Ayakashis were cleaning the place with brooms, dustpans, and cloths in hand. Hello, you're busy right now, aren't you? Oh, you're that new Ayakashimori under Seimi, huh? Takao and Hira are out now. It seems that way. Are you always the ones who clean Amawa Mansion? It was unexpected. I thought the only Ayakashi who served under their Shire had relationships like human. Oh wait. I had thought the only Ayakashi who served under their Shire and had relationships like humans were the Oni and Makatsui. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't read that sentence. And in Shiratsuki's ward, he's more of a mascot or an idol as opposed to their representative. And Shu's a self-proclaimed Shire. Nah, it's not like we're appointed to do this. Even if we're asked to be here, it would just be boring sitting around doing nothing. Plus, we weren't asking Tsuchigumo to hide the flower vase because I broke it, or hiding Azuki to hide dropping his beans everywhere. I see. They're both killing time and erasing evidence. Well, even if there isn't a mess, Takao seems busy with his work as the Shire's aide, and with Hira being Hira, we do a fair amount of cleaning. And you know how much Hira sleeps on the floor, right? It'd be pretty sad to have our one representative seen covered in dust. You're right about that. Different Ayakashi think in different ways, huh? But coming here, I learned a bit more about how many Ayakashi and Amatsuna look after each other and are hard workers. Though it seems like they don't really like having to act on someone else's orders. Even though it isn't as obvious as with Hajun and Akuro, I could tell that the Ayakashi in Hira and Takao's sector adore them. Oh, that's right! Just then, one of the Tsuchigumo's long feet showed me a piece of paper. Tsuchigumo. What's this? It's a note left for you by Hira. I never thought Hira would leave a note for me. Thank you. I had folded the piece of paper. Takau's at Chernotsky's. Go there if you need something. Oh, okay. I was reading the note, not the line. Anyway. Takau's at Chernotsky's. Go there if you need something. Wow. Sounds like he has no intention of working, just like always. I know, huh? Takao looked happy today to see Kikutsune Shire and leave everything to Hira. And Hira's just pushing it all back on him. Yeah, I guessed as much. We really repeated that line. Yeah, I guessed as much. So weird. I already understood how Hira felt like it was a hassle to deal with other Ayakashi, or honestly anything for that matter, so much that it hurt. But this isn't fair to Takao, right? I felt myself get just a little peeved. Oh no, okay. It's still the same thing. Yay! I'm next! Takao really is kind of precious. That's right. I haven't seen the Snow Kids in a while. I guess I should remind them not to pull any pranks on anyone. Takao! Whoa! I found Takao right as I got into Kikutsune. Good evening. Are you done with your business at Chernotsky's? Yeah. He said he had one of those video games for Shogi and Ego, so I thought I'd try them out. They made my eyes hurt, so I decided to leave. Wait, I know why you're here. You came to ask me to work in here instead, right? As he spoke, on his face was a rare color of doubt, instead of the usual straightforward, calm look he had on. I guess Takao's situation right now is a burden on him. I felt even more that I needed to get Hira to do his work and not just rely on Takao. No, that's not it. I actually came on business with the Shires. However, Hira wasn't at Amawa Mansion, so would you have any idea where he might be, Takao? He's like, wait, you're not asking me to do his work? No, I'm gonna make this bitch do his own goddamn work. Even though I kinda love you, Takao. As I asked that, Takao's expression changed. He's like, you're gonna make me work, aren't you? No, it's not your job. You're really trying to get Hira to work, aren't you? Of course I am. Even if he's outside, Hira almost never leaves Amatsuna. If that's the case, maybe he's around the Field of Autumn Leaves? Field of Autumn Leaves. Got it! But why doesn't he leave Amatsuna? If he's in a sector outside of Amatsuna, Ayakashi might come up to him, and he'd hate that. I get that. I really have to do something about him. You know what? Sometimes agoraphobic introverts just need to stay agoraphobic introverts, okay, Spacey? Like, you cannot save all of us, all right? Sometimes we just want people to leave us alone. Actually, I do need people to make me leave the house every once in a while, so going back into the building to work is not a terrible thing. 3 days a week is too excessive, though. I'll give you 2. But they won't let me do that. Anyway. I'm just bothering Hira, but at this rate it'd be difficult not only for Takao to go on, but even Hira as well. You wouldn't happen to know where exactly in the Field of Autumn Leaves he'd be, would you? He's like, by that one tree that looks kind of like it's autumn? Oh, okay. Actually, I have a hunch. Just a minute, I'll draw you a map. Thank you so much. With that, after gaining a powerful ally in Takao, I continued my search for Hira. Oh! There he is. Following the hint I was given, I was able to find Hira. Just my luck. Hira, good evening. I came here hoping you'd look over a few things and... As Hira slowly stood himself up on the tree branch he was sitting on, in the next instant... He disappeared from where he stood, and in his place was the mere echo of large wings flapping in the sky. He flew away from me! I couldn't fly. It was clear he was too fast for me to run after. But I don't want to just let him get away. What should I do? Monitor him through a doctrine? Get Koya to help. I'll ask Koya for help. Koya, please help me! Right as I give my order, Koya runs at a speed that could rival even Hira's, disappearing in no time at all. All I need to do is follow Koya's aura and keep moving, and and I'll be able to catch him. Ugh, what's wrong with her? I thought I'd be safe outside, but I never thought she'd come all the way out here to get me. Wait, I took all that effort to write that letter, too, and now it's a waste. Ugh. Now this is tiring me even more. It's like, I wrote you a letter. That was hard. Hira! You're terrible. I was in the middle of talking, but I'm glad you came back to Amawa Mansion. Now we can take our time and talk about work. He ran away again. Koya, I need you to keep helping. I called out to Koya, who, although still invisible, was still chasing after Hira at a blinding speed while I prepared a spell. We are gonna bind this motherfucker. Seriously? Can't believe this. She's too persistent. I just can't deal with this. Put him in an invisible box. Hira! Ooh, that background is pretty. I guess you can, though. How did you catch up to me anyway? Oh, wait. Is your page chasing after me? Yes, that's right. That's why I'm able to cut you off like this. I knew he'd run away again. Master. Sorry, I'm able to cut him off because you're the one predicting where he'll go, huh? Still, if I keep him on his toes like this, I think I can eventually push him into getting tired of trying to run away. Hira! Just stop. Don't say anything. I won't run away, so just get your business done and go. Yes! Koya predicted Hira's next spot would be his own room, and while I hoped he would give up at some point, he did so more quickly than I expected. Yeah, because he's lazy. But I won't be able to think for a while because of you chasing me around everywhere. I'm tired. I'm just tired right now. The hell are you talking about? Your body won't get tired by being chased around by a human, right? Takao joins our conversation as he watched over the Crow Tengu and Azukirai's ego match. Wait. It is ego. Ego? Ego. Because A? He's... yeah, okay. I don't know. My body isn't tired, but everything else... so... tired. In fact, I just... can't... Wow. I've seen Hiro spending his time as if he were asleep, but this was probably the first time I saw him actually almost about to sleep. Wow, you're amazing! You chased down Hiro enough to get him like this, huh? Seriously? Gotta hand it to Sammy for finding a pretty good newbie. I would rather send him flying off somewhere. I guess he didn't like being chased after by me that bad. I guess he didn't like being chased after by me that badly. That's an awkward way to phrase that. Anyway, I guess he didn't like being chased by me all that badly. Okay. But it couldn't be helped. I have to get him used to these circumstances little by little. Okay. Once you've rested over these documents, you can run away again, but I'll chase you down wherever you go. Togitsugu, I swear, I'll send you away somewhere next time I see you. Why is Sammy his target? For some reason, my superior was the one threatened by danger, but I was sure he... Probably. I let myself sink in the happiness of being able to ask Hira for work for the first time. Yes. Map select. But again. Oh, we bug in Hira. And then we skip some more. Help? Question mark. I keep forgetting to read the titles of the chapters. I'm sorry, I forgot we were doing that, but anyway. On my rounds, I arrived at Amawa Mansion and was asking Takao about anything recent in Amatsuna. And that's why the Snow Kids and Zashiki Warashi are living with the Serpent Woman now. Understood. I'll record that in our residence data just in case then. But won't the Snow Woman who's lived with the Snow Kids and Zashiki Warashi all this time not be lonely? She's fine. They only lived in the same house. It's different from how human families live, and more like friends who come and go freely. I think I understand. Even though I'm watching over Sakuratani every day, it's not like I meet and talk to every Ayakashi there is living here. That's why it helped that Takao, who was closer to the Ayakashi than us Ayakashimori, could give more detailed information than we normally got. If possible, it'd be nice if Hira could do even just a tiny bit of this, though. And thank you for helping all the time, Takao. Even though you're an aide, you always do more than what an aide would normally do. Oh, that. It's been like this the entire time, ever since he became Shirei, so don't worry. But he's gotten better since you came along. I don't know if he's ever done any work when asked by anyone other than me, or by a human at least. Really? Okay, Hiro, once you've rested a bit, please look over these documents. This is not the background when we had this conversation. I'm so glad I tried so hard back then. Although Hiro looked like he hated the whole thing and was tired, so he might not have wanted to show himself today. I'm glad. I was hoping I could greet him today before I left, at least. Right now he might hide himself back in his futon if he saw your face. He's like a snail. Well, don't worry. It's not like he doesn't like you or anything. I'm sure eventually he'll give up and stop resisting. Give up, huh? Feel a bit bad for Hira if it's put that way, do you? I feel a bit bad for Hira if it's put that way, do you? Okay, that makes more sense if you read it right. Absolutely not. Not at all. It's fine, don't worry. If I had to take care of him alone, I'd think about leaving this place myself. Getting slightly angry. It's the angry face, so. He says that, but I have a feeling Takao would continue to stay at Amawa Mansion. However, I'm glad that Takao's burden was lifted with me coming on board, even if just a little. Though Hira's burden might have gotten heavier. You scared me! I turned around, sensing something behind me, to find Hira standing there at some point. You know, Hira, it's fine to hide yourself, but don't do it to scare her. I don't care. I'm still tired because of someone. Can't always care about every little thing. He's completely talking about me. Hira didn't seem angry exactly, but was glaring at me with spiteful eyes. And just as I was thinking, I have business with that Ayakashimori. Huh? Business with her? Now that's really unusual. Next it'll rain cats and dogs in Sakuratani. So that's what you think of me, huh? Well, not like I care. Not like I care! Ugh! He's that guy. It's a pain to deal with you, so I don't want to. Oh, it's a pain to deal with you, so I don't want to. But there's a worse alternative. Come with me. With that, Hira leaves the reception room, again moving about as listlessly as possible. Takao did mention Hira would be fine, but as I followed him while thinking so. I saw spots of fallen leaves, feathers, and clumps of dirt around on the hallway that was normally properly cleaned. Wait, now that I look closer, isn't Hira also a bit dirty? I immediately knew why when I entered Hira's room. Hira's room was normally sparse, but some of his items, like the sofa and table, were turned over, with copious rubbish scattered everywhere. What in the world happened? Were you robbed or something? Huh? Of course not. Don't think like this is the human world. They phrase things weird and sometimes it's a little awkward. You're like, wait, what? You're like, I get what you're saying, but like that's like an awkward way to phrase that, you know? I was staring outside with the window open when this Tanuki jumped in, and it just messed up the room and got it all dirty. I see. He had a point. This was different from my world. Could the thing that's more of a pain than dealing with me possibly be... Yeah, cleaning this place. Feels gross as it is now. Do something. Nope. The right answer is all right. I feel like nope is the better answer. Nope. I'm not cleaning for you. I wanted to ask him why I had to do it or why he wouldn't talk to me about it first, but finding out the reason was even worse. I think it'd be impossible to ask someone so tired of everything to clean it himself. Alright, Hira, do you have things like trash bags, brooms, or dustpans in this room? It's not my job to clean up after your accidents. I don't know. Maybe I should change my mind about helping. An idea came to me on the fly. Hira, you'll owe me for this, okay? Look at that little CG! Does he have a feather stuck in his hair? He does. They're all over him. It's so cute. Huh? Owe you? Right. Since I'm doing you a favor, please pay it back by doing your work as a shire. Actually, don't do anything. I'll call Takao. Oh, don't hold back. I'll clean everything. Oh, also, you have some feathers and leaves on you. I pluck his dirty feathers and hand them to him, and he looks back at me in surprise. But that was all, and after that obeyed peacefully. But that was all, and after that obeyed peacefully and let me do as I wished. He obeyed peacefully, I guess? That's, again... Was Shirotsky's route this slightly confusing? I feel like there's been points where you're like, wait, what? Yeah, I don't know. It's a pain for him to clean, but he still doesn't want himself or the room to be messy. Honestly, I couldn't pretend I wasn't angry that he pushed the cleaning onto me, or that I was told that dealing with me was an even worse pain. But I just can't hate him for things like that. That's 2 things you owe me for now. Hey, stop doing that. No. The cleaning was a big ordeal, but I was happy in that this was the most relaxed and casual day that I was able to talk with Hira. Oh. And I think we're going to go back to a skip point. Yeah, well, no. Yeah, so we're going to start skipping here. But since we're at the end of the part, I'm going to stop here. And we'll begin the next part by skipping through the common route. So I kind of forgot that, yes, we go to different map things. So we did get to see some reading. And we're going to skip a lot in the next part. So anyway, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.